Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Austin here, and today I have a story back from ninth grade. I was actually pretty young when this happened, and it's kind of funny that I witnessed it, because this could have been avoided. It was actually a huge accident, and you'll hear about that in a second, but I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like if you do, and here it is. So this started as a normal day, right? I got up super early, did the little routine, ate breakfast, went to school. I specifically remember ninth grade being the worst year for me in the mornings because I'd have an hour-long bus ride. Like, I was the first person to get picked up, and I had to sit through an hour of just picking up a bus full of people. It was fucking horrible. I remember just hating that whole thing about it. But I got to school, and the first period of the day, I actually got my schedule wrong, okay? There's like a schedule you follow. I'm sure you guys all have the same thing. And I went to the wrong class. And the worst part was the class had a substitute that day. So the teacher didn't really know if I was supposed to be there or not. So if it was my normal teacher, she probably would have told me that I was in the wrong room. But this teacher didn't know. But I'm sitting there and I see all these people coming in and all of them are a grade above me. So I'm like, I must not be in the right room because everyone's a grade above me. I haven't seen half of these people before. Like, I must be in the wrong room. And then the bell rings and class starts, right? So I'm like, fuck, I need to get out of here. And I can't just get up and leave because class just started. I'm not about to just, like, sit up in front of all the 20 people and just be like, yeah, bye, and just leave, because then, the teacher might think that I was a part of that class, and then I just dipped for no reason. So I'm sitting there just waiting for, like, the golden opportunity to get up and go up to this teacher and be like, hey, I'm in the wrong room, can I leave? And as I'm sitting there waiting, like, not doing much because I'm trying to leave, I realized that this teacher is, like, kind of a dick. Like, she was being really, really mean to some people, and I was sitting there, like, not really doing anything because I was in the wrong class, and she saw that I wasn't doing anything, and she's like, come on, let's get working, and she pointed at my paper, and I'm sitting there, and I'm, like, raising my hand because I'm trying to tell her that I'm in the wrong fucking room, and she's like, no, you can't ask a question, you're not doing anything. How am I supposed to answer a question if you don't need help? And I'm just like, no, you don't understand. I'm sitting there with my hand raised, and she just keeps purposely ignoring me, just like being a dick. And like 5 more minutes goes by, and everyone's working, right? And this kid comes in really late, right? So like the class has been started, this kid comes in late, everyone's working, so no one really notices. Of course, I noticed because I wasn't really working myself. I was just like eyeballing around the room and just being bored and trying to get the right opportunity to leave. And this kid walks in late, and you see the teacher walk up to him and start yelling at him, and she's like raising her voice louder and louder, and everyone in the class starts looking at her, and she's like screaming at this kid. And all of us were kind of looking at each other because it's like kind of dumb to scream at somebody over someone being late for class. Like, I understand it's a problem, but you don't have to, like, yell your fucking lungs away. Like, when I say screaming, she was actually yelling at this kid, like, not just, like, raising her voice, but like yelling really loud, like kind of scaring the class. And I guess as she's yelling, like halfway through, she notices that this kid smells like smoke. I guess it was a mixture of like cigarette smoke and weed smoke. I have no idea. But apparently this kid was high too, so that just didn't add to this at all. So she starts yelling even louder now. And she's like, what's in your pocket? And she's pointing at his pocket because obviously, box of cigarettes, probably weed too, a piece. I have no idea. She's just yelling at this kid for it. And he actually took the cigarettes out of his pocket and showed her just to like act hard or whatever. I have no idea. I guess he just wasn't scared of her. And that just set her off even more. She goes, open it. And we're like, what the fuck is this teacher doing? She's having him open the box of cigarettes, and he pops open the top. She's like, all right, now take one out. And he takes one out, and he's holding it to everyone. She's like, all right, show the class what you're doing. Like, you are doing this on school grounds. That's completely illegal. So he holds his fucking cigarette up to the class. We all see it, and we're like, okay, cool, dude, like, nice cigarette. And he goes to put it back in the box and go start talking to this lady again. And she goes, no, don't put it back in the box. Light it. Show everyone what you're doing. And even though I didn't know anybody in this fucking room, I just looked over at some of them like, holy shit, dude, what is this teacher doing? Like, is she really about to let this kid light up a fucking cigarette in the middle of the school in a classroom to try and like prove some stupid point that she's trying to get across? And this kid was just following her orders. He lit his cigarette in the fucking classroom and started smoking it. He took like 2 puffs and then put it out on his shoe. And we're just sitting there like, is this kid smoking a fucking cigarette in class? And more importantly, is this fucking teacher really this stupid to let him do that? She basically told this kid that he was an idiot and like a scumbag for smoking on school grounds, and then literally told him to light a cigarette in the school. Like, what? But basically what ended up happening was she basically yelled at him for like 5 more minutes and then kicked him out of the classroom and told him to go to the office. And I'm like, okay, I can't take any more of this fucking teacher. Like, she's ridiculous. So I stood up and I went up to her and I was like, look, I think I have the wrong day on my schedule. Could you like point me in the right direction? I'm in the wrong classroom. And she just goes, you were in here all this time and you didn't tell me? I was like, I was trying to, but you were ignoring me with my hand up, and then you proceeded to tell some kid to light a freaking cigarette in class. I don't know what you want me to do. And she just goes, how I teach my class doesn't concern you. And I just wanted to reply and be like, yeah, making your students smoke in front of you is a real great teaching method. And just like trigger the fuck out of her, but that just wasn't my intention. So I was just like, okay, just show me where to go and I'll leave. And she showed me. I was on the complete wrong side of the building. I went to the right class, showed up late. I had an excuse, so I was straight. And I basically just went through the rest of that day, right? So a few days go by, right? And I see that kid that was smoking in the classroom in the hallway. And I approached him. I was like, hey, man, You get suspended at all? He's like, yeah, I had ISS, which is basically just sitting in a room in the school for 2 days. And I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. Like, sorry. He's like, nah, it's all good. The teacher got suspended too. And I was like, wait, what? And this kid went to the office, literally explained the entire situation. The principal was able to like confirm it from the teacher. And yeah, the fucking teacher got suspended longer than the student. She literally got in bigger trouble than the student because, well, it makes sense to be honest. Like, if you're gonna fucking let your students smoke in the classroom, more importantly, tell them to smoke in the classroom to try and prove some stupid fucking point, you're gonna get dicked. But I thought it was hilarious that this teacher like basically tried to go like full savage and like tell this student to light up a cigarette in the classroom and smoke it and like get away with it. She actually thought she was going to get away with doing that. Like, you just can't do that as a fucking teacher. But I thought it was hilarious that this lady got caught and basically fucked over for it because she did kind of deserve it. Like, you're not supposed to be able to do that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thought it'd make for a funny little video on the channel. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.